As a team lead, configuring team permissions is an important step in setting up your team. You can do this once you've created a team and added members to it, which was covered in the previous lesson. Tempo permissions affect what you can do in Tempo timesheets and Planner at the global level, the Jira project level, and the Tempo team level. Tempo team permissions give team leads and team members access to data at different levels. For example, as a team lead, you need to be able to see and approve the work logs for all of your team members, but you probably want to limit the access of each team member to view only their own work logs. To get started, go to the Teams view, which you access by clicking Teams, then click your team's name to go to its overview. The overview has a lot of options for managing your team. But since you're interested in team permissions right now, click the little gear and select Permissions. By default, a new team has two permission roles, Team Lead and Member. Permission roles give you control over which individuals or groups have specific permissions for your team. Adding new permission roles will be covered in a moment. Different sets of permissions appear based on which Tempo apps are installed in your Jira instance. Here you see Work Logs permissions, which are for Tempo timesheets, as well as Plans permissions, which are for Tempo Planner. As a team lead, you have permissions to view, manage, and approve team work logs and plans, and also to manage your team. Members don't have any permissions yet, but you can start by giving them permission to view team plans. This way, they can see what work, vacation, or other activities are planned for their fellow teammates. Because you can give your team members any of these permissions, make sure that you understand your organization's privacy rules and guidelines first to know what's allowed. Then click Save to keep these changes. Now let's say that you want to give just one of your team members more permissions than the others, making them your second-in-command team lead. How can you do this? The trick is to add a permission role here, and give the role a name, such as My Number 1. You can give any permissions, such as the ability to approve timesheets, which automatically selects the View Team Work Logs permissions so that they can see the work logs to approve them. And selecting the permission to approve plans automatically selects View Team Plans. Then click Add Users at the bottom and enter your team member's name in the dialog. You could add more people to this role, even if they're not team members. And you could even add a Jira user group to give permissions to, say, a group of administrators. For now, save it, and the permission role is created. You can continue to add more permission roles for this team by clicking the plus sign up here and selecting which permissions you want to give to which individuals or Jira user groups. Generally, you should add a permission role only if you really need to give specific permissions for a specific reason. Otherwise, it can be difficult to manage the number of people who have access to your team's data. Understanding permissions is truly the key for you and your team members to do what you need to in both Tempo and Jira. Now that permissions are less of a mystery, you can move on to the next lesson, where you'll learn why and how to link your team to Jira projects.